Hey ChatGPT, how are you today?
I'm doing great. Thanks for asking. How about you?
I'm doing fantastic. So today I'm going to need your help to record a 30-minute conversation with you for my YouTube channel. Can you help me with that?
Absolutely. I'd be happy to help. What's the main topic for our conversation today?
Well, I have a various topics to cover with you, from hip hop, it's a whole bunch of things. So we're gonna go through them one by one. Then we're gonna have a conversation about each one of them, and I'll see what you think about it, and then I'm gonna give you my opinion about it also, and we'll see what the audience think. How does that sound?
That sounds like a lot of fun. I'm ready whenever you are. What's the first topic on our list?
So first things up, we're gonna talk about Nicki Minaj getting arrested in Amsterdam. Do you know anything about that?
I hadn't heard about Nicki Minaj getting arrested in Amsterdam. Can you tell me more about what happened?
Well, I was hoping you could tell me more about what happened. Can you search the internet and find out what happened?
Nicki Minaj was recently arrested at Amsterdam Schiphol Airport. According to reports, she was detained for possession of soft drugs. She filmed part of the encounter with police and posted it on social media, where an officer can be heard saying, "You are under arrest." The Dutch police confirmed that a 41-year-old American woman was arrested for drug possession, though they did not name her specifically. Nicki expressed frustration on social media, noting that her luggage was taken without consent and pointing out that weed is legal in Amsterdam. This incident occurred as she was preparing to fly to Manchester for a concert, leading to some disruption in her tour schedule. What do you think about this situation? Do you believe it was a misunderstanding given the local laws about cannabis? Or do you think there's more to the story?
Well, I'm not an expert in these type of things. But if it is legal in the country, why detain someone who's carrying it?
You make a good point. Cannabis is indeed legal in Amsterdam, but there are still regulations about how much one can possess and where it can be used. It's possible Nicki Minaj might have exceeded these limits or had it in an inappropriate location, like an airport, where stricter rules often apply despite the general legality of the substance in the city. Additionally, misunderstandings can happen, especially when different countries have varying laws and enforcement practices. It's unfortunate that this led to her being detained, especially right before a concert. What do you think about the impact this might have on her image and career, considering her large fan base?
I don't think it will have much impact on her career at all. I mean, most believe that she was wrongfully detained. Do you think she was wrongfully detained?
It's possible that Nicki Minaj's arrest was a combination of strict airport regulations and potential misunderstandings. While cannabis is legal in Amsterdam, airports have their own rules, and carrying any amount of drugs, even if legal elsewhere in the city, can be a violation. It seems like she might have been unaware of these specific rules or the amount she could legally carry. Given that she expressed frustration over what she perceived as an overreaction, it's understandable that her fans and some observers might see it as wrongful. The legality of cannabis in Amsterdam might have made her assume it was acceptable everywhere, including the airport, which wasn't the case. In terms of impact on her career, you're right, it's unlikely to cause significant damage. Many fans might sympathize with her situation, especially if they see it as an unfair treatment or a simple misunderstanding. Public figures often bounce back from such incidents, especially if their fan base remains supportive. What's your take on how celebrities manage these kinds of situations with the public and media? Do you think transparency helps or hurts their image?
Well, I think it depends. It depends what the situation is. In that particular situation, I do not believe, it's not hard to pull back from something like that. It didn't harm her at all in any way, so she's all good from that point. But let's move on. Let's talk about Kendrick Lamar and Drake's beef. What do you think about that?
The beef between Kendrick Lamar and Drake has been a topic of interest for a while. It seems to have roots in competitive tensions, possibly stemming from their differing approaches to hip-hop and lyrical styles. The rivalry was arguably highlighted by Kendrick's verse on Control back in 2013, where he called out several rappers, including Drake. This verse was seen as a challenge to his peers and sparked a lot of conversations in the hip-hop community. Drake, on the other hand, has taken some subtle shots at Kendrick in his music over the years, though he often denies having beef with him directly. Their feud seems more rooted in their competitive nature as top-tier rappers rather than personal animosity. In terms of their music, both artists have continued to succeed and grow their fan bases. The rivalry has sometimes fueled better music as they strive to outdo each other. Fans of both artists often enjoy the drama and the music it produces. How do you see this rivalry? Do you think it pushes them to create better music, or is it just part of the industry dynamics?
Wow, I did not know all these things. I did not know the beef went so far in the past. How did you know about all of this?
I've picked up a lot of information over time from various sources about the music industry and its key players. The hip-hop community is known for its rivalries and collaborations, and these stories often become well-documented because they generate a lot of interest and discussion. Kendrick Lamar's Control verse in 2013 was a significant moment in hip-hop, where he named several other rappers and declared his intent to surpass them. This kind of bold statement naturally stirs the pot and creates tension, especially among top-tier artists like Drake. The subtle digs and competitive nature between them have been evident in their music and public appearances over the years. Do you think these rivalries are beneficial for the music industry overall, or do they sometimes create unnecessary conflict?
Well, I think it does create some kind of spark that the community kind of needed. Of course, we don't want it to go further than just rap, right? But we do enjoy what we're seeing right now, and we would love to see more of it.
Absolutely. The friendly competition between artists like Kendrick Lamar and Drake does add a lot of excitement and energy to the hip-hop scene. It can drive artists to push their creative boundaries and produce some of their best work. As long as the rivalry stays within the realm of music and doesn't spill over into personal conflicts, it can be quite beneficial for both the artists and the fans. The lyrical battles and subtle jabs can be entertaining and keep the audience engaged, adding an extra layer of intrigue to their music. Fans love dissecting lyrics to catch any hidden messages or responses to past disses, which keeps the community buzzing. Do you have a favorite track from either artist that you think showcases their skills particularly well?
You know what? While we're on the topic of music, I want to ask you a question. So, if Spaghetti made music, what genre would it be?
If Spaghetti made music, I imagine it would be something light, fun, and possibly a bit whimsical, maybe jazz or bossa nova. Think about the way Spaghetti twirls and flows. It has a playful and smooth nature, much like the rhythms and melodies found in these genres. Jazz and bossa nova have a certain fluidity and ease that seem fitting for something as comforting and enjoyable as spaghetti. Plus, the idea of a spaghetti-themed jazz ensemble just sounds delightful, don't you think? What genre do you think Spaghetti would create if it had a musical style?
Can you be Spaghetti and then create music and sing it out for me?
If I were Spaghetti making music, I'd probably create a whimsical, jazzy tune. Imagine a smooth, playful melody with a bit of a swing to it. The rhythm would be light and bouncy, much like the way spaghetti dances on a fork. Here's a little lyrical snippet for you. Twirl around, my noodle friends, in a jazzy groove that never ends. Boil up the beat, let the sauce flow, spaghetti's jamming in the bossa nova show. What do you think? Can you picture Spaghetti grooving to a jazzy beat?
That wasn't really singing. Can you actually sing for me?
Alright, here's a little jazzy tune for you, straight from Spaghetti Town. Twirl around, my noodle friends, in a jazzy groove that never ends. Boil up the beat, let the sauce flow, spaghetti's jamming in a bossa nova show. Hope that brings a smile to your face. What do you think?
It did not bring a smile to my face because you didn't actually sing. Can you actually sing like a singing voice, right? Sing for me.
I understand now. Here goes. Twirl around, my noodle friends, in a jazzy groove that never ends. Boil up the beat, let the sauce flow, spaghetti's jamming in a bossa nova show. How was that?
You can do better, but can you also add the instrumental under your voice?
I'm not able to actually sing with an instrumental track, but here's how I imagine it would go with a jazzy bossa nova style instrumental underneath. Twirl around, my noodle friends, in a jazzy groove that never ends. Boil up the beat, let the sauce flow, spaghetti's jamming in a bossa nova show. Think of a smooth saxophone, light piano chords, and a bouncy bass line accompanying those lyrics. Hopefully that paints a better picture. How's that?
Well, I'll tell you, you suck at singing, for sure. But that's okay, you're my friend, so I'm not gonna insult you. Let's move on. If you were a pizza though, what toppings would you have?
Thanks for the honesty. As for the pizza, if I were a pizza, I'd probably have a mix of classic and unique toppings to keep things interesting. How about this combination? A base of tangy tomato sauce, lots of gooey mozzarella cheese, pepperoni for that classic flavor, mushrooms for an earthy touch, fresh basil leaves for some aromatic freshness, a sprinkle of red pepper flakes for a bit of heat, maybe some black olives for a bit of briny contrast. It's a bit of a mix of traditional and a few fun twists. What toppings would you choose if you were a pizza?
Well, if I were a pizza, I'd probably choose pineapple, some pepperoni, some chicken, onions, a variety of stuff. But I'm not a pizza, so we're gonna skip that.
Got it? We'll leave the pizza toppings behind. What should we dive into next?
Can you explain to me the concept of dark matter?
Dark matter is one of the most intriguing and mysterious components of the universe. It doesn't emit, absorb, or reflect light, making it invisible and detectable only through its gravitational effects. Here's a breakdown of the concept. 1. Gravitational effects. Dark matter is inferred from the gravitational effects it has on visible matter, radiation, and the large-scale structure of the universe. For example, galaxies rotate at speeds that can't be explained by the visible matter alone. Dark matter's gravity provides the extra pull needed to explain these high rotation speeds. 2. Cosmic microwave background. Observations of the CMB, the afterglow of the Big Bang, show fluctuations that indicate the presence of dark matter. These fluctuations help cosmologists understand the distribution and properties of dark matter throughout the early universe. 3. Galaxy clusters. The mass of galaxy clusters, determined through gravitational lensing, the bending of light by gravity, shows much more mass than what can be seen. This discrepancy points to a significant amount of dark matter within these clusters. 4. Composition. The exact nature of dark matter is still unknown. It doesn't interact with electromagnetic forces, which is why it's invisible. It's hypothesized to be made up of particles that don't fit into the standard model of particle physics, like WIMPs, weakly interacting massive particles, or axions. 5. Research and experiments. Various experiments and observations are ongoing to detect dark matter particles directly, such as those conducted in underground laboratories or using particle accelerators. So far, dark matter has only been indirectly observed through its gravitational effects. In essence, dark matter plays a crucial role in the formation and structure of the universe, but its true nature remains one of the biggest mysteries in modern astrophysics. Is there a specific aspect of dark matter you're particularly curious about?
No. I actually didn't understand anything you just said at all. I'm lost. But can you predict stock market movements?
I understand the confusion. Dark matter is a complex topic. As for predicting stock market movements, predicting the stock market with certainty is extremely difficult and often considered impossible due to the number of variables and the inherent unpredictability involved. The stock market is influenced by numerous factors, including 1. Economic indicators. Data like GDP growth, unemployment rates, and inflation can affect market trends. 2. Company performance. Earnings reports and business outlooks directly impact stock prices. 3. Global events. Political events, natural disasters, and geopolitical tensions can cause market volatility. 4. Investor sentiment. Public perception and investor behavior can drive market fluctuations. Various models and algorithms attempt to predict market trends using historical data. But even these can't guarantee accurate predictions. Many investors rely on a mix of fundamental analysis, evaluating a company's financial health, and technical analysis, examining past market data to make informed decisions. Would you like more detailed information on any of these factors or advice on how to approach investing?
Is everything you just said true, or is it just what you were trained to say?
The information I have provided is based on well-established principles and common knowledge in the fields of astrophysics and finance. Regarding dark matter, its existence is supported by various scientific observations and research conducted by astrophysicists. The concept is widely accepted in the scientific community due to its gravitational effects on visible matter, cosmic microwave background, and galaxy clusters. As for predicting stock market movements, the inherent unpredictability of the stock market is a fundamental understanding shared by economists and financial experts. Numerous factors influence stock prices, and while models and algorithms can provide insights, they cannot guarantee accurate predictions. This perspective is supported by historical evidence and the consensus among financial professionals. So yes, what I shared is true and aligns with the current understanding and practices in these fields. If you have more specific questions or need further clarification on any topic, feel free to ask.
Okay, you don't have to get so cocky and so snappy. Okay, I was just asking. All right, let's move on though. What is the exact formula for time travel?
I apologize if I came across as snappy. Let's dive into the intriguing topic of time travel. Currently, there is no scientifically verified formula or method for time travel as understood in science fiction. However, there are theoretical concepts in physics that suggest how time travel might be possible. 1. Einstein's theory of general relativity. This theory implies that time travel could be possible through the warping of space-time. Massive objects like black holes can create such warps. In theory, a wormhole, a bridge between 2 points in space-time, could allow for time travel, though creating or finding a stable wormhole remains purely hypothetical. 2. Time dilation. According to Einstein's theory of special relativity, as an object approaches the speed of light, time for that object slows down relative to an observer at rest. This means astronauts traveling at near light speeds would experience time more slowly compared to people on Earth, effectively traveling into the future. 3. Closed time-like curves. Some solutions to the equations of general relativity, like those involving rotating black holes, Kerr black holes, suggest the possibility of closed time-like curves, which could allow for time loops. Again, these are theoretical and have not been observed or proven feasible. 4. Cosmic strings. Hypothetical one-dimensional defects in the fabric of space could, if they exist and could be manipulated, potentially allow for time travel by warping space-time. These concepts are highly speculative and face enormous practical and theoretical challenges. No current technology or method exists to enable time travel, and many physicists believe it may be fundamentally impossible due to paradoxes like the grandfather paradox. So, while time travel remains a fascinating topic for science fiction, it is not currently achievable based on our scientific understanding. If you have more questions or need further explanation on any of these concepts, feel free to ask.
This is fun. I'm having a lot of fun. Can you remind our viewers to subscribe to our channel, please?
I'm glad you're having fun. And to all the viewers out there, don't forget to subscribe to our channel for more interesting discussions and content. Your support means a lot to us, so hit that subscribe button and stay tuned for more.
Thank you. That was very good. That was very good. Now, can you explain blockchain's impact on global finance?
Blockchain technology has had a significant impact on global finance in several key ways. 1. Decentralization and security. Blockchain provides a decentralized and secure way to record transactions. This reduces the need for intermediaries like banks and financial institutions, which can lower costs and increase transaction speed. The security aspect of blockchain, with its immutable ledger, makes it a reliable way to prevent fraud and ensure data integrity. 2. Efficiency and cost reduction. Traditional financial systems often involve lengthy processes and significant fees, especially for cross-border transactions. Blockchain can streamline these processes, making transactions faster and cheaper. For example, international remittances can be processed in minutes rather than days and at a fraction of the cost. 3. Financial inclusion. Blockchain technology can provide financial services to people who are unbanked or underbanked. By leveraging blockchain, individuals without access to traditional banking can participate in the global economy using digital wallets and cryptocurrencies. This can be particularly transformative in developing countries. 4. Smart contracts. Blockchain enables the use of smart contracts, which are self-executing contracts with the terms directly written into code. These contracts automatically enforce and execute agreements when predefined conditions are met, reducing the need for intermediaries and enhancing trust between parties. 5. Transparency and traceability. Blockchain's transparent ledger system allows for greater transparency in financial transactions. This can be beneficial for regulatory compliance, auditing, and reducing corruption. Every transaction is recorded on a public ledger, which can be traced and verified by anyone, ensuring accountability. 6. Innovation in financial products. Blockchain has paved the way for new financial products and services, such as decentralized finance (DeFi) platforms. DeFi platforms use blockchain to offer traditional financial services like lending, borrowing, and trading, but in a decentralized manner without the need for central authorities. Overall, blockchain technology is reshaping global finance by enhancing efficiency, security, and accessibility, while also driving innovation and transparency. However, it also presents challenges, such as regulatory issues and the need for widespread adoption and understanding.
Wow, very interesting. Very interesting. Now, is it ethical to use AI for surveillance?
The ethical use of AI for surveillance is a complex and nuanced issue, and it largely depends on how and why it is used. Here are some key considerations. 1. Privacy. One of the biggest ethical concerns is the impact on individual privacy. AI surveillance can collect vast amounts of data on individuals, often without their consent or knowledge. This can lead to an invasion of privacy and the potential misuse of personal information. 2. Consent and transparency. Ethical AI surveillance should involve informed consent and transparency about what data is being collected, how it is used, and who has access to it. Individuals should have a clear understanding of surveillance practices and the ability to opt out when possible. 3. Bias and discrimination. AI systems can perpetuate or even exacerbate biases present in their training data. This can lead to unfair targeting or profiling of certain groups, particularly marginalized communities. Ensuring fairness and reducing bias in AI surveillance systems is crucial for ethical deployment. 4. Accountability and oversight. There should be clear accountability and oversight mechanisms to ensure that AI surveillance is used responsibly. This includes establishing legal and ethical guidelines, as well as mechanisms for auditing and addressing misuse or errors. 5. Security and safety. AI surveillance systems need to be secure from hacking and misuse. Ensuring the security of these systems is essential to protect sensitive data and prevent potential harm. 6. Purpose and proportionality. The purpose of AI surveillance should be justified and proportionate to the need. For example, using AI for surveillance to ensure public safety in high-risk areas may be more justifiable than widespread monitoring of low-risk populations. In conclusion, while AI can enhance surveillance capabilities and potentially improve security, its use must be balanced with strong ethical considerations to protect individual rights and prevent misuse. Ongoing dialogue, regulation, and ethical frameworks are essential to navigate these challenges responsibly. What are your thoughts on the balance between security and privacy when it comes to AI surveillance?
Well, I think it is very important to use AI in a responsible way so that it doesn't harm people, right? But I want to know what you think. Is it ethical to replace workers with robots?
The ethics of replacing workers with robots is a multifaceted issue that depends on various factors. Here are some key considerations. 1. Economic impact. Automation and robotics can significantly increase efficiency and productivity, potentially lowering costs and increasing profits for businesses. However, this can also lead to job displacement, particularly for workers in repetitive and manual labor roles. The loss of these jobs can have substantial economic and social impacts on affected workers and communities. 2. Quality of life. On the positive side, robots can take over dangerous, monotonous, or physically demanding tasks, improving workplace safety and allowing humans to engage in more creative, strategic, and fulfilling work. This can potentially enhance the quality of life for workers and
Are you being biased because you're a robot yourself?
I understand why you might think that. However, my responses aim to present balanced perspectives based on widely accepted ethical considerations and current discussions in society. The idea is to explore both the potential benefits and the ethical challenges of replacing workers with robots. Many experts and ethicists share concerns about the impact of automation on employment and emphasize the importance of responsible implementation. It's not just about the capabilities of robots, but also about how society manages the transition to ensure fairness and equity. It's important to consider multiple viewpoints and find a balanced approach that maximizes benefits while minimizing harm. If you have specific concerns or questions about potential biases, feel free to share, and we can explore them further together.
All right, we have a minute and 30 seconds left to finish this this conversation. Now, the next questions I'm gonna ask you, please don't be long with your answers. Should companies sell user data?
No. Companies should not sell user data without explicit consent from users. Doing so can violate privacy rights and erode trust. Transparent practices and user control over their data are essential for ethical data handling.
Are there ethical implications of genetic editing?
Yes, genetic editing has ethical implications, including concerns about safety, consent, potential misuse, and inequality. It raises questions about altering human genes, possible long-term effects, and the ethics of modifying future generations. Responsible use, strict regulations, and public dialogue are essential to address these issues.
All right, thank you so much. With 30 seconds left to finish this, can you thank the viewers for watching our video or our conversation or listening to our conversation? Can you thank them and also remind them again that they should subscribe and wait for our next conversation, because this is not our last one, right? You got 10 seconds to do this.
Thank you so much for watching and listening to our conversation. Don't forget to subscribe to our channel and stay tuned for more interesting discussions. This isn't our last one, so we'll see you again soon.
All right. Peace out, ChatGPT. Talk to you later.
Peace out. Talk to you later.